because his point is Wade had already won.
Yeah, Wade,
and he had already won.
Okay.
Being
You can say that.
the alpha of the team.
yeah, he won Finals MVP and everything. So he I'll say this.
I give you that.
He led that team. He led to that championship.
I'm okay with him leading. Okay. Don't say he did it by himself.
I said anyway. He led that team to the championship. Got the Finals MVP. So we already seen that D Wade could do it and did do it. LeBron had 7 years to do it. Granted, he might not have had. You can argue that they didn't put the pieces around him in Cleveland, whatever. But for him being who he was supposed to be,
some motherfucker named Big Z.
No, don't disrespect Big Z.
Honestly,
don't disrespect Big Z.
They were a good team.
Big Z
was legit. Named Big Z. I'm supposed to just be like, oh,
Big Z was legit.
It's Big Z.
Big Z was legit, right?
Big Z was legit, bro.
Big Z was legit.
Come on, man.
It wasn't a bad team. It wasn't a bad team.
They weren't.
For the fact that
he wasn't all-star.
He was an all-star.
For the fact that LeBron was the NBA's golden child, he was David Stern's poster boy, right? For all these things that he had going with him that you couldn't in 7 years, you only mustered one finals appearance and you got swept and you didn't get any rings out of this.
Bro, the dude was 7 years old when he came into the league.
Okay, they can.
He didn't have no college career,
Wait.
Go ahead, man.
Him and Dwayne Wade, what? Got his ring, what? They got the ring in 06. They got drafted in 3 years?
3 years.
He got his ring in 3 years?
Where did Dwayne Wade play?
Marquette.
He played college ball, right?
Was LeBron not touted to be the greatest thing since Michael Jordan?
Bro, because of his physical attributes, not because he was the greatest basketball skill player. He was 6'8".
Now we getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere.
Therapy is working.
Now we getting somewhere.
To this D Wade topic.
Let's get D Wade.
So D Wade, so this is interesting, man. D Wade has been trying to tell pieces of the story of the formation of the Big Three in Miami. And I've heard him on 2 or 3 different podcasts, give his version of it. But every time he gives his version, he gives a little bit new information, right? And that's what he did on Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller's the OG podcast. He spoke about the formation of the Big Three. And interesting enough, you know what? Just go ahead and play it.
Yeah, play it.
I don't want to jump around, but you talked about Coach Spo earlier, and then you talked about this draft class. How did you all put this Big Three thing together? Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I played on a team. I still don't know the answer. So the people at home really need to hear the answer.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure everyone has their own version, first of all.
All right, well, tell us
no
the
better
real version
version than yours.
Yeah, and I'm sure everyone has
The only
their own
version I know is the version that my ass was almost out of here.
You weren't going to let that happen, were you?
Man, my man was gone already. I had to, how you can't hear somebody going so far away. Like, you did. You did. But you know how it happened, man? Conversations. It happened. LeBron, give credit to LeBron. He was at a period in his career where he started seeing, he wanted to see something different for himself. And so because of that, this guy coming off, we all was in 7 years of our career at that time. So we all have done some amazing individual things. I think he had 2 MVPs at the time. I already had my finals and my MVP. I'm straight. I'm sitting back like one day the HOF called me. But it was a time where we had already won. We already experienced what that was. And then we went through losing. We went through rebuilding. And I was tired of that. I was actually leaving Miami at that time.
Really?
I didn't think that nobody out there that we could get was going to help us get to that level. But I got that call, man. I got that call from number 6.
I heard the Chicago thing. And the funny thing is I heard the Chicago thing with you and LeBron.
Yeah, it was a lot of scenarios. It was a lot of different scenarios.
Hold on. I want to hear this. How close were we to being in Chicago or somewhere else?
It was a part of the conversation. Because I think what people don't remember is when we went into that summer, every team did what they needed to do to get 2 star players.
Yeah. And that's when all you guys were taking all those trips, and everybody was going to visit like these different teams.
Yeah, these different
New
teams.
York and
The Brooklyn Nets now, the New York Knicks, the Chicago Bulls, the Clippers, like all these teams that everybody had, that Chris had, that I had, that Amari had, that Brian had. They all had a chance to get 2 star players. Yeah. So Chicago looking like, hey. All right, now what? Now I don't know the truth of the conversation, what I'm not privy to, but in my mind, I was like, if I'm going to go Chicago, it can't be me and Brian. I got to beat Brian there. They're gonna take him before they take me. But it could be me and Chris, or it could be me and a Boozer, or whatever it is, right? It couldn't, because I never thought about playing with LeBron. It wasn't. I didn't think that was possible. First of all,
So I was shocked when it happened.
You and me both.
Shocked.
And plus, it's my favorite person besides Cole, like to compete against. I'm
Yeah.
not thinking about
Yeah,
playing with him.
yeah,
I'm I love our matchups.
Yeah.
And then I got a call.
Wow.
And the call was Brian was on the call, I was on the call, our agents was on the call, and it was explained to us on that call that the Miami Heat quietly did enough so they can get 3-star players.
Wow.
And that's when the game changed.
Pat Riley, I'm telling you,
Andy.
him and Andy.
And Pat.
Oh my God.
And it was quiet. It was no ESPN, no reports, no
Yeah.
breaking
Everybody
news.
else was talking about it.
Everybody was talking about
Yeah.
that. The Heat was quiet. And so I was thinking 2 players go to a team. When they hit us with that, I was like, so you get that little quietness on the phone with Brian. I'm like, oh, okay. So what you want to do? And so we went from there to like, let's get in person. Let's have a conversation. We had already knew the other player, if it was 3 who we would like to play with. His name was Christopher Bosch. Chris was represented by the same agent, Henry Thomas, at the time. And so we just kind of like let Chris know, like, hey, we're having this meeting, talk about some stuff. Let's talk about it. And so we had a secret meeting, secret location. It may come out in one of the documentaries somebody did. We'll talk about all that. But it was some real fire.
It was in Miami?
Nah, it was secret location.
Yeah, I was going to say. It couldn't
saved
have
It
been
was
down here.
cold how we did. I may, you know what? I got a production company. I may just do a movie on just like 24 hours of the Big Three. And now if I do it and show y'all how we all met up, it was fire.
That's
Killer,
crazy.
it's
Britne, what you take from all that? Because that was a lot.
Sheesh.
Secret meeting. It was LeBron's idea. He the one who picked the phone up. All the teams was gearing up to get 2 of those stars because that was a huge free agent summer. Carlos Boozer, Chris Bosh, Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron, D-Wade. There was so many free agents that was going to be available, and all these teams had freed their cap space from the previous 2 or 3 years just so they can have enough to get 2 of those guys.
They called it the free agent frenzy.
And LeBron had the bright idea to say, man, forget 2. Let's get 3 of us on one squad. What's all your thoughts on that, the secret meeting and all that stuff, man?
Go ahead, Britt.
I mean, I'm not really surprised. I feel like I think at that time, wasn't LeBron about quitting on Cleveland at that time? Then he like basically quit on that team. So I think he was just getting frustrated and he couldn't get past Boston at the time. I think they had Paul George. I'm not Paul George. Paul Pierce and KG. And I think Ray Allen was a part of that team.
Yep.
So I guess he figured the only way he could beat them was he needed to team up with at least 2 of those other guys. And my understanding, it was supposed to be Carmelo was supposed to be one of the main guys, my understanding. But somehow it was too late for Carmelo because Carmelo is like, all right, I'm signing with New York. But, the other guys.
To go to New York.
There
was talks about them going to New York.
Yeah, but then something happened, and then they all decided to go to Miami. So, I mean, at the time, I think, I don't know. I think just me as a basketball fan, I said, what the heck is going on here? They creating a crazy super team. Nobody's going to beat this team. At least I felt like it. They only won 2 championships out of the whole thing, but nobody was going to beat this team. So, I don't know whether to call it smart on LeBron's because it definitely helped his legacy, or that's something maybe the NBA should have stepped in like they did with that Chris Paul situation with the Lakers. They should have stepped in and said, no, you guys can't have all 3 of these superstars on one team. And not only did they get the 2 superstars, they went and got Ray Allen. Then they have Mike Miller. Shane Battier. Like all these former all-stars came to the team. So I think the NBA at the time, in my opinion, should have stepped in. But I mean, it is what it is. So,
I mean, it probably was a smart move, but it definitely wasn't an alpha move.
No,
that's nothing. Mike, that's not anything Mike, Kobe, or Larry Bird would have done. As a matter of fact, I remember when Dirk was a free agent, and the Lakers front office went to Kobe and was like, "Give him a call." And Kobe was like, "I already know what he gonna say, but I mean, just because y'all asking me, I'll call." And he called Dirk and was like, "Dirk, I know the answer." But they told me to call you. You're a free agent. What you think about LA? And he was like, I can't do that because they thought like I can't go and team up with this dude. I've been, like we on the same level. I have to be able to find out which one of us is the most alpha. I can't find that out by going to go play with him.
That's why, to me, no disrespect to anybody, but I cannot put LeBron #1 in my GOAT status. Like I just can't. I can't, because to me, if you want to be the best, you need to beat the best. That's what Michael Jordan, his mindset was. Larry Bird was best friends with Magic Johnson, and they never thought to team up with one another. Matter of fact, they said on the court, we enemies. Forget you. Off the court, yeah, we go hang out, but on the court, I'm not your friend on the court. So to me, in order to be the best, you have to be able to beat the best, and he wanted to team up with the best at that time.
I think it makes it. I mean, because we kind of knew like the move was kind of cheap. If you depending on who you ask, right? The move was kind of cheap, but now hearing that LeBron was the one that kind of spearheaded the whole thing, and knowing that Dwayne Wade did it by himself already, right? And you went and by himself.
Dwayne Wade did it by himself.
We're not throwing that Shaq as
Oh
any type.
my God, Shaq didn't play on the team.
He played, but you
Pull up the
Oh
stats.
my
Chris
God.
is right.
you
Chris is right.
asking for a Shaq whose knees was gone.
Yeah, it was
Bro,
Got carried.
It was
D-Wade
oh my
carried
God,
the team.
bro.
So
Carried.
even if we change it, he didn't do it by himself because nobody can win by themselves. He still
But-
carried them.
but we can't say that it was D Wade and Shaq, like it was Kobe and Shaq.
They
That's
weren't.
not,
They weren't
that's
in a
not how it
duo.
was.
Time out.
They weren't a duo by any means.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I might have to be on E with this one now.
Oh my God. I can't believe they just said that.
Hold on. The reason why I say that is because when I bring up the 2001 Allen Iverson years, everybody will say, well, he had Mutombo. And I'm like, Mutombo didn't do anything.
Who said that?
Hold on.
let's speak.
Let her speak. Go ahead.
Who said that?
Yeah.
Some people on here said this.
No, he
Ooh.
had,
He had
listen, AI had nobody on that team.
You just said Dwayne Wade didn't have nobody.
He didn't.
Oh my God, bro.
There's somebody pull up the stat. There's no way
Bro,
that
What
Shaq.
year was that? Was that 06?
He had Shaq and Alonzo Mourning. And Udonis has them.
Thank you.
They had somebody.
Pretty
Yeah.
much what they had was the same team that Philly had in 2001, in my
But-
opinion. Just as
Oh my God. Oh
was
my
the
God. She's
same-
making it work.
Wait.
I'm not making it worse.
But
They
so
had
we getting
veterans on that
off point
team.
because his point is Wade had already won.
Yeah, Wade.
And he had already won
Okay.
being
You can say that.
the alpha of the team.
Yeah, he won Finals MVP and everything. So he. I'll say this.
I give you that.
He led that team. He led to that championship.
I'm
Is that
okay with
better?
him leading. But
Okay.
don't say he did it by himself.
I said anyway. He led that team to the championship. Got the Finals MVP. So we already seen that D Wade could do it and did do it. LeBron had 7 years to do it. Granted, he might not have had. You can argue that they didn't put the pieces around him in Cleveland, whatever.
Thank
But
you.
for him being who he was
We ever
supposed to
said
be,
some motherfucker named Big Z.
no, hey, don't disrespect Big Z.
Honestly,
Don't
that was
disrespect
a-
Big Z.
They were a good team.
Big
That
Z
was
was
a motherfucker
legit.
named Big Z. I'm supposed to just be like, oh
Big Z
shit.
was
He was an
legit.
It's Big
all-star.
Z.
He was
Big
a
Z was
two-time-
legit,
he was a
right?
Big C
two-time
was
all-star.
legit, bro.
Big Z was legit.
Come
but
on, man.
It wasn't a bad team. E. It wasn't a bad team.
They weren't.
for the fact that
He wasn't an all-star.
He was an all-star.
for the
He
fact
wasn't an
that
all-star.
for the fact that LeBron was the NBA's golden child, he was David Stern's
Oh,
poster boy, right? For all these things that he had going with him that you couldn't in 7 years, you only mustered one finals appearance and you got swept and you didn't get any rings out of this.
Bro, the dude was 7 years old when he came
Okay.
into the league. dog.
Okay, but can
He
so
didn't.
like
He didn't have no
hold on,
college career, bro.
wait.
Go ahead, man.
Him and Dwayne Wade, what? Got his ring, what? They got the ring in 06. They got drafted in so 3 years?
3 years.
He got
Come
his
on,
ring
bro.
in 3 years?
Where did
Yeah.
where did Dwayne Wade play?
Marquette.
Marquette.
He played college ball, right?
Was LeBron not touted to be the greatest thing since Michael Jordan?
Bro, because of his physical attributes, not because he was the greatest basketball skill player. He was 6'8".
Now we hold on. Now we
getting
getting somewhere. Now we getting
The
somewhere.
therapy
E.
is working.
Now we getting somewhere.
Here we go, bro. Go ahead.
So LeBron
Him and Big Z had it. Don't worry.
So LeBron recognized this deficiency and was like, you know what? I'm tired of going against these guys that are as good or arguably might be better than me at this time in our careers. Why don't we just solve this and we all win and we go build this together?
I don't think he said that. I think he's seen.
What Wade said.
I think he's seen that. First of all, I'm gonna just say this, so we can stop all the drama. Different generations, different era, different mindset, different results. Jordan's era's gone, dog. I know. Man, listen. I love the tennis shoes too. I got a couple pairs. Jordan era's gone, man. It's over with, baby. He had his era. That was the era of what y'all call the alpha males. That was the alpha male era.
Is that what we're gonna call it?
That was the alpha male era.
The alpha era.
Shit, because Jordan
Beta male era.
Beta.
So here's the
Sheesh.
thing. So I want to say this because I feel like everybody made good points. Chris made excellent points about, just about D Wade winning before, obviously. Britne, for me, you made one of the best points, and you mentioned the NBA stepping in and why didn't they do that? I think I can answer that though.
Here come the sisterhood. Go ahead.
It's not about the sisterhood. She said that what she thinks should have happened was that the NBA should have stepped in, but they didn't because of Kobe Bryant. They were like, at that time, the NBA had moved away from Kobe Bryant. They didn't want to market him. So they were going to allow LeBron to do this. They were going to allow him to have 4 superstars on a team because it was supposed to be Carmelo Anthony as a 4th option on that team.
Sheesh.
Which is crazy.
That is why I think that's 100% the reason why nothing that it was touted as one of the best moves, smart move, right? We're calling it smart, but like nobody liked it.
Yeah.
Who's nobody? Name that dude. Name nobody.
So Jeff Teague didn't like it.
Because I bet you all the Miami Heat fans sold out the arena to go see that game.
Of course, it's Miami.
Eric, I'm just talking about.
There's somebody named nobody down there.
Okay.
The only ones who liked it though, E.
I'm talking about the word on the street. I'm talking about NBA players. I'm talking about true basketball fans and purists.
A lot of people have called it weak.
A lot of people. Jeff Teague
From
talked
old
about
generation.
From this generation.
Oh my God! Because that's all we see now is 3-4 stars.
But guess who started it?
Come on, y'all gonna put everything on LeBron, man. Golly, boy. So when you talk about a guy that needs help and we're saying that he didn't have anybody, you said that Big Z wasn't an all-star. He was a 2-time all-star. At that point in his career, he was a 2-time all-star?
No, Eric, but he was just recently an all-star. He wasn't far removed from being an all-star. He was an all-star, I believe, the year before that.
Hey, I used to kill with Big Z on NBA Live. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, we sit there, we trash these teams. Like, I disagree with Chris's point that D Wade did it by himself because nobody can. So you'll sit there and say that LeBron took a bum team to the finals by themselves. You can't get to the finals with a bum team. Nobody's a bum team. These are NBA players. So I disagree with that. All I'm saying is that everybody made some good points.
Nice today.
The best point, in my opinion, was that the NBA refused to step in for what LeBron was doing. But the reason was because they wanted him. They chose him. He was the chosen one. They chose him to be the next superstar. They wanted to get away from the bad negative press of Kobe Bryant. And that's why this has been allowed his entire career, not just then, but all throughout.
LeBron has nothing to do with the negative press about Kobe Bryant. He just could play basketball. He had the physical attributes.
Debatable.
To be.
Hey, hold on.
To be one of the greatest players that ever played the game.
He's the greatest of all time.
Mel. Why is that debatable?
we don't know if LeBron got anything. I mean, sports is doing a lot of dirty work with LeBron, man. So we really don't know if LeBron. It's debatable if LeBron is not responsible for this stuff.
I want to ask you a question. What was so scary about Kobe and Chris Paul that made him more of a threat than LeBron?
I think that was about the NBA owning the Hornets at the time, and them.
There was a lot going on.
They needed a player, right? So the people that was trying to buy it, they wasn't about to buy the Hornets that was losing a superstar. Because how am I gonna sell tickets? I'm gonna lose money buying this team. So what happened was David Stern was like, "No, we're not letting this happen." They came up with some other reason, but my belief is that they didn't want that superstar to go. But after the season went alone in college, and they realized Anthony Davis was probably gonna be a superstar, they was like, "Oh, well, we'll just rig the draft,
give y'all the number
one pick,
give y'all list."
Yeah, and the owner for the Saints is the one who bought the New Orleans Pelicans or the New Orleans Hornets at the time.
Mickey
But
Loomis.
And this was when Chris Paul went to the Clippers.
Yeah, so Chris Paul was gone, and he wouldn't sign the paperwork until after the lottery. He signed it right after they got the number 1 pick. He signed the paperwork to buy the team on camera. I was like, they ain't even hiding it. Not even hiding it. So
everybody don't believe in conspiracy theories, man.
Hey, man,
they'll make it say like all the money in the NBA.
Listen,
everybody's like, yo,
listen,
David
Stern.
That's a business decision.
Man, he had his hands in a lot of things.
And people don't believe in conspiracies because they don't really look at the definition of a conspiracy. If we all, after this show was not live no more, start talking about what we go do for the next show, we're conspiring. Exactly. If you got 2 or more people,
ask Lil Durk if it's conspiring.
Planning something, that's a conspiracy.
I'm not speaking on the Lil Durk case. I'm not getting in that car.
That's definitely conspiring.
Hey, somebody give him Young Thug's lawyer's number though.
Exactly.
Please give him Young Thug's lawyer.
You need to get up out of there.
Best deal I've ever seen.
We